I'm like, hey, Chuck, I hit a dick in there on the back of your arm. It's just not hidden at all. It's, just,
it's like a Where's
Let me know if you can put it.
It's Waldo with his cock out.
All right, I don't want to just rip on Cam the whole podcast.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
So Cam sucks. He's fucking late all the time.
Fucking traffic.
So Cam, we have a really special opportunity today.
Opportunity or guest?
Please don't cut me off.
Thank you.
We have my most inappropriate client here today.
Yes, sir.
And I'm hoping he gets inappropriate with you.
It's the goal.
And yes, I'm talking about physically.
That was the whole point of this, is I was coming here and me and you are going to do something on this table. Right. That's going to change your life and make mine better.
Jack's like, it's not really going to change mine.
I'm going to be fine.
It's just going to be another day.
Yeah, it's just another Monday morning for me, But
yeah, we had Alex Adams on here last week, and it inspired me. You know, so I'm thinking we make a tribute video. Dude, Alex tried to kiss Cam.
We're doing like a... What was it, the thumbnail? And I sat in John's seat for a second, and he got kind of close. Like, you're sitting here, he's scooting like right there.
I don't blame him.
It's off camera. He's like...
I don't blame him.
He's got like small lips like John, too. It's a little creepy.
He's like small lips. He's like describing them now.
Oh, because you've had such big lips in the past.
Chuck, how did that joke start? That like mission to kiss Cam. When was that?
I think it was one of the videos we posted. I think I just commented I wanted to kiss Cam, and then people were just commenting. Yeah, and then just now every time just want to kiss Cam. That's my ultimate goal.
When did you first realize you were attracted to Cam?
I think it was like your first week here as an intern.
The first day I saw him, I guess.
I honestly love at first sight. As soon as I walked in the door,
we were talking about
and I saw this
here. I think like in my first week here, he was like, you were doing something on his arm.
Yeah, your first week here, I was getting tattooed.
Yeah, I think you were doing like the gap fillers on the 90s kind of.
Yeah, Chuck's
I mean, you remember really well, so you obviously felt something too.
Chuck's like, oh yeah, all John's apprentices do this. Don't worry, it's not
John's just like, all my clients are like this.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah, but I mean, we also had the one family that walked. I was going on a very inappropriate rant, and the family just got up and walked out the door.
Yeah.
They were like, I felt horrible, but yeah, I'm just losing business at this point.
You might be my only client that other clients have left just because of what you're talking about. Yeah. You're not even saying it to them. You're just talking out loud.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I don't even realize I'm horrible once I go on a rant of reading the room of who's around. So when I start, yeah. And then I remember they looked over and was like, and you were like, well, just let me go. And they got up and they were like, there's no way I'm staying here while this guy.
Do you have any inappropriate clients? They just say like crazy.
Not like Chuck. No.
One of a kind, baby.
A different breed.
Have you dealt with any situations with clients, even in that area? Like maybe they're saying something weird. They're making you feel uncomfortable.
He's sitting across from me. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
No, not really.
It offended me when the first time I met you, you were talking about beating up retards in high school.
I didn't say I beat up retards. I said I got suspended for
driving your car.
Putting a.
Oh, okay.
I got suspended in school for putting, it was like a kick me sign.
I was like, my taxi.
On them. I didn't put it on though.
What'd you put on them?
It was a kick me sign, but I didn't put.
On a kid with no legs.
No, it was.
On the wheelchair kid?
It was this girl and.
She was blind?
No, she was had Down syndrome. And we were in line. I didn't know if the retard word was allowed, so I was like, but we were in line in art class, and a buddy of mine was being like an idiot and like putting like stupid signs on people, and he put it on one, and he did it, but it was falling off, and I should have let it fall off, but I
added another piece of tape to it.
I made sure that stayed.
Looks like I got you.
Which she walked out of art class and made a left in the hallway, and another one came and kicked her. And the aide
I don't know
saw the sign.
Who's
and then it was
worse
a
in
witch
this
hunt.
situation? Like the person who put the sign on or the person who kicks him?
Well, the person who kicks him is also
Involved.
retarded.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Like it's her class. It's her classmate reading it.
I think, to be honest with you, he did what he was supposed to do.
He's just following rules.
Following direction.
Following direction. So yeah. So that's
Did you go to
why.
a special school? Because
So that's why. Well, I ended up. What happened was, I ended up having to because not going to the school, but the principal made me. It was a whole witch hunt all day at school, and then I got suspended for it. And the family was. I was really close with the family. Actually, the dad was really cool, and the mom, and they like understood like kids are idiots, you know. And this is back. You gotta understand. This is back in 2002, and they made us all sit down, and they suspended me, and then they made me go work with them in the every day after school. So I built. That's why I was able to know that you had, you know, something, because I've been around for a long time.
Spotty got it, you know?
So yeah, but yeah, I was spent for like 4 days. Then I had in-school suspension, and that kid was the kid who really originally did it. Like didn't get in trouble because he like ratted me out, put it all on me. Snitch.
Took like a man. You should have got the kick.
Yeah, I took it on the chin.
You should have got the kick me
10
paper.
toes down. Yeah, man.
But
I
I
like how you were like, no, the parents are super cool. They understood like why I did it.
They're like, we do it every time she comes home from school. No, but
Principal fist bumped me on the way
parents
out.
understood.
hope you had a great day at school.
You're not the first, man.
Dad's full football gear.
He's full sprint. Ray Lewis tackles her as soon as she gets in the door. No, but they were like kind of mad because the principal was like, had her there trying to like make it a whole thing. And the parents are kind of like, I feel like this is way too much. Like, get the kid in trouble, whatever, let's move on. Like the principal's screaming at me. He's like, tell him how you feel. And she like didn't know what was going on.
Right.
So she was trying to tell me how she felt, but like she, you know, wasn't able to process the words to like, because she didn't know what was going on. So the dad was like, this is ridiculous. Because she's like, nah, nah. And the dad was like, what are we doing here? You know, I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, I'm in trouble. I messed up, fucked up, whatever. But
Yo, breaking news.
what's the breaking news?
Yee says he might be slightly autistic. Autistic.
Yay.
Oh,
Breaking
that makes
news.
sense. How appropriate. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yo,
I think
he's
we all.
he's trying to
I
get
know
the-
I am.
That's
I'm
the
like,
get out of jail free card.
what the jail at a free card is? What,
You're right.
autism?
Adrian's never been in jail.
You're right.
Yeah, have you ever been arrested?
No.
No, he's
See?
just blaming on the tisms. Like I can't control myself. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I brought this up the other day though, because I think we were talking about like minors. I don't tattoo minors. Like, hey, would you tattoo a minor? And I'm like, nah, just because I don't want to deal with the headache. I don't want to like put something on someone's body,
Yeah.
whatever. And all the different categories of like people came up, like, would you not, would you not? And like one of the questions was like, well, what are rules with people that have Down syndrome, people that are on the spectrum, you know, all that stuff, you know, like, is this something like you would take on or you wouldn't? Obviously in certain situations, like you need parental consent. And because I've seen a lot of tattoo artists kind of be strongly opinionated on the will you not. Like it could be as simple as like, I don't do faces and hands. I don't tattoo minors.
Yeah.
You know,
Some people have like set. I feel like it could be just like morals sometimes for some people.
So if
Yeah,
a
but, like-
parent came in with her kid or his kid and asked you to tattoo, would you do it?
like
Like a minor?
a minor.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
So everyone.
I mean, if it was like a friend or like a family friend, I would.
Yeah.
But I would be like, yo, are you sure you want this? Because everything I got up until like 25 years old, I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking want this anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and I ended up covering it up.
Well, I got all
And
mine.
like a lot of times they want like small stuff, and especially if they're really interested in tattoos, I'm like, yo, if you like tattoos this much, you're probably gonna sleeve out in a couple years.
Yeah.
Don't
getting them,
like
super young, like that's not their last.
yeah, and that's you're usually getting something little for their family, and that's why like their parent co-signed it, and it's like, oh, we're getting this for grandma.
Yeah, grandma
and
died. Let's get her date on our wrist.
Right.
It's usually like every young.
But they're like, yo, let's put it right in the middle of the sleeve, and they're like, you could work around that later, and I'm like, I don't want to, so that's tough. Like with the minors, that's why I'm just like, I don't want to be the one, or I'm like, let's just start your sleeve now.
You just want to be a cool 18-year-old.
Right. But like if relating back to the topic, like if someone with Down syndrome wanted to come in, everything was appropriate, and I don't even know like what the rules are with that, but I would 100% do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, like she was my client the other day. Was fairly. I mean, I feel like if they like drove themselves and they're like capable of.
What the hell are you talking?
No, I mean, like, if they're, like, capable of, like, filling out
Dude,
paperwork.
your client the other day was fully capable.
Yeah.
And she also did not have Down syndrome.
Tried
themselves.
If, like, you're acting like the short bus is going to pull up. You're going to be dragging
Everybody out.
Yeah. Next stop, borrow time tattoo. They're just all getting...
It's fucked up.
Adrian's driving the bus, though.
Yeah, Adrian's driving. He's just picking
Licking
them up.
his lips.
Yeah. He's going to after school programs. He's just picking them all up.
I can't control traffic.
I'm sitting in the back of the bus.
Yeah, you're on it.
Is there what are situations where you would refuse to tattoo?
I feel like there's a lot, kind of. Like, are we being like serious here, or are we joking around? Because like,
I don't care. Just give me a fucking example.
Yeah, if you're like plastered, I don't feel like tattooing you. You're usually not gonna sit still.
Do you guys get people that like come in like pretty fucked up?
There's a bar across the street. They come in holding the drinks, like not even trying to hide it.
And they just come in asking for tattoos, like just drunk as hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys do it? Fuck yeah.
No, typically we don't. Typically they're super fucking annoying.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, most of the time we'll try to just get book a drunk person. Like you'll come in when you're like,
and then you follow up with them. They're like, "What the hell? I don't remember booking them. I don't know where the hell that."
Or they just fucking end up coming into the appointment just with more alcohol. They're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm ready for today."
Now, if you're smart, you would come in sober, and then during your breaks, which happens a lot.
Yeah, we'll
Levi's
have
a great
people like
fucking experience.
progressively get drunker
Yeah.
throughout the day
Fucking
because they
Levi.
run to the bar across the street.
If you're like trashed, no way. We'll try to set up an appointment with you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you're real serious, like settle down. Tomorrow you can even come in. If they're like, just having fun, maybe 1-2 drinks in, it's kind of a judgment call. Also like what they're getting.
Yeah.
If they're like, oh, I've, wanted to get this, we're all on vacation, we want to get palm trees, and we had a couple drinks. All right, whatever, get a palm tree. But if they're like, I just met her tonight, I want to get her name on me. It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Definitely judgment call. Because I have some clients that like I already know what's up, been tattooing them a long time.
Yeah.
And like they piece it up, we get the stencil on, and then they fucking chew on some whatever, and they're fucking out the whole time.
Yeah, like that's sometimes okay with me. I'm just like, yeah, you're gonna be.
I have one
sleeping the whole
client that
session.
is just walks in, says what's up, overdoses on Xanax for 9 hours,
barred out,
wakes
bro.
up, and he's like, "Oh, looks great. See you tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, if you remember, you know."
John's fucking going back, eating full meals and shit, dude. Still,
I wanted to make a shirt that says I went to borrow time and got blacked out.
Should.
Be sick,
Yeah.
especially for people that actually get blackouts. And then I'll also offer it to people that just did drugs.
Yeah.
What other situations? You're like, nah, I'm not fucking with that.
So what about like racist, like or anti-Semitic tattoos? No?
Anti-Semitic gang stuff. I'm good. I don't. It sucks for us because our name gets like attached to the tattoo we do, so I'm not gonna. No matter what money.
Well, yeah, I mean, I doubt you'd post it.
Chuck's like, I would do them.
I doubt you post it. But yeah, so no, none of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Kim's like, I need clients. I'm tapping into this clientele. I don't give a fuck. It's just him like this.
So no
Come get your gang tats.
Well, yeah, what gang tats? Have you gotten anyone that asked? No.
Yeah, actually, I haven't got.
We're like the wrong shop for that. People walk in here and know they're not. Like, if you want your gang tattoo, it's gonna cost a lot.
Maybe they're in a wealthy gang.
Then they're getting that sick gang tattoo.
What if their gang has like incredible revenue and they're just making
Killing
so
it.
much money that
Yeah, just extreme margins. They're doing great.
I
They're
mean, I don't know how you
expanding.
would know it was a gang tattoo. Like,
Because there's so many symbols.
Yeah,
and they're
like,
just making
yeah.
stuff up.
Yeah.
Now. It
exactly.
used to be simple. It was a couple numbers, couple letters that let everyone know what it was. It was
Yep.
clear. Now it's the prison just made it crazy.
Yeah, prison has made it completely.
Yeah.
There's so many different gangs and symbols where you probably done one, not even realizing it.
Probably.
Oh, we got this piece of shit client the other day. Danny, can I talk
Yo,
about that guy?
I keep doing these.
The prison
things.
guy?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
It's like this gang symbol that just everybody has.
It's a T.
Yeah.
You mean a cross? Catholic gang?
Really?
Catholic gang.
Oh, Catholic.
God's gang, baby.
That was good. I got it.
It's like
God's gang.
God's gang. God's gang.
Look,
The
man,
infinity symbol gang is pretty big too.
they're forever.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fucking dominant gang sign right there. Just the
Did you hear
fucking.
Adrian?
What?
Like the puzzle piece gang.
Yeah, we're about the puzzle piece over here.
What about the Roman numeral
We
gang?
represent.
Dude, in regards to that client, Nate already made a video like immediately, so I think it's cool.
Nate already made a video about the client?
Next day, homie.
What do you do?
Next day.
Bro, just this. It's fine, but the way he handled it's not fine. He reached out to me. I'm gonna keep it very general. The client reached out to Nate, asked to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Nate let him know what's up. Nate's like, yo, I could pretty much half sleeve you in a day because I'm so fast and the quality's there. Like I charge $2,700 a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Prison person.
PP.
Thought Nate was trying to rob him, essentially. And like Nate don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. I
He's
love
like,
Nate.
listen, like just like any product, this is my product. This is what I charge.
Yeah.
It's just yes or no. And if it's no, that's fine. I understand, like dude's trying to buy a Honda, Nate's selling Ferraris.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Cool. If you're not in the market for Ferraris, stop asking the dealer about it, You can test drive it once if your credit's good enough, but otherwise fuck off,
Yeah.
bro. Nate was really respectful, wife was respectful. And then after he insulted Nate saying like, yo, this isn't right, you're trying to get over on me, then he starts like doing math. He's like, oh, if you're fucking tattooing this many days a year, you should be making this much a year. That's insane. You shouldn't be making that. Like just attacking Nate, bro. And Nate's like, I'm sorry, I don't care.
Was he in the shop or was he on the phone?
I think this was like messaging, emails on the phone.
Yeah.
So pretty much he's like, all right, 1,500 final offer. And Nate's like, I'm sorry, this isn't a negotiation thing.
Yeah.
If you want, I could do it maybe a half day. Like, it's just, I sell 2 products, and they each have a price that is non-negotiable. I would really like to stop emailing with you. Please don't do this. We have other artists that are in that range. And he's like, no, but I want you. And Nate's like, okay, well then this is the price. He's like, all right, bro, like, enough. Final offer, 2,100. I think Nate just stopped answering him.
Yeah,
I would have stopped
I don't
answering
blame
him
him. Yeah.
long before that, right? And then what ended up happening? He just like booked with someone else?
I don't know how he reached to Denise. I'm assuming he saw one of our posts, but yeah, they were texting me about it. Like, what should I say? I'm like,
For real.
Yeah, he should have went up.
Yeah.
Bro, so then client like gets tattooed here anyway by someone else that probably accepted his fucking bargaining, whatever. And then he's just like walking up and down the shop, like looking at Nate, looking at me. I didn't know what was going on, so I'm just like, hi, how are you? I didn't learn till after. But dude,
I
I
didn't know
just
it was him either.
I just hate that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a dick too. I didn't even know the situation, and I was like talking to him back there while he was getting tattooed, and he was just like,
It takes everything in me because I found out midday. It takes everything in me to not like go
And shut the whole
fuck
thing
with
down.
that
Oh,
client.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like, just start trying to buy shit off.
I don't understand why he would want.
Let me get
Like,
your
yo,
shoes.
let me get that shirt. He's like, nah. I'm like, $2, final offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yo, how does that feel? And now I'm gonna insult you.
That is crazy that he still came here though with another artist and just with Nate here. Like, I don't know why he couldn't just go to another tattoo shop and find another price.
Bro, and it's also that prison mentality.
Yeah.
Which
Like, he's in the
fucking
yard when he's
hate,
walking
bro.
up and down.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't ducking nobody, cuz.
Yeah, I ain't scared of no one.
Yo, and like prison, jail, whatever you want to call it, tattoos, like those worlds intersect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And like, it's just like you get out of prison and you have this mentality. I understand, like when you're in there, you have to like hold up a wall. You do have to change a little bit, make sure you're not getting fucked with and whatever. But some people take it to this whole other level where they're like, yo, I'm just going to become an aggressive person and I'm going to fight all the time. And like to me, because like I've been to jail a million fucking times, you know, so this isn't coming from someone that's like, I watched Prison Break and now I know, you know.
Prison Break.
It's a great show.
Awesome. I'm on first season right now, rerunning it.
So it's like when I got in there, I understood how it worked because I'm not like a complete idiot. I'm like, okay, you got to be a little guarded, like don't, but you can still like have a good time. I mean, I fucking had a great time.
Oh yeah, my first time when I first went in was, I mean, I had class, they called me Harry Potter and they did the whole spell thing on me. And so they were like punking me out or trying to in the beginning, and then I kind of started settling in and just laughing and fucking
Dude,
around.
for me, it was easy. It was like, they're like, you draw and tattoo.
Yeah.
You're fine. You
That's
know?
true.
And then the COs were like, yo, you draw me up a sleeve, and like obviously I'm gonna say yes because I just like want to be on the good side. But it's like, yeah, like tribal the whole thing. And I'm like, yo, you piece of shit, I got you, you dirty dog.
Dirty dog.
That's gonna be 3 bags
Yo,
of
but it's
Doritos.
like you notice the people in there that are fucking dumb,
Yeah.
and they just like brick up, and they're like, this is, and then they take it out, and it's like, yo, that's what's gonna get you back in. And like that's what this person had, you know. Like I'm like, yo, these tools don't work out here, bro.
No,
they might have worked in there, and it wasn't even like respectable tools. Like maybe people just feared you, like the weak ones that you didn't even need to worry about anyway. And all you did was become more aggressive and essentially ask the other tough ones to fuck with you.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, he was expecting Nate to just be like, okay, yeah.
Well, then he was walking around the shop like big dick. I'm like, yo, you're in Florida. Everyone has a gun.
Yeah.
And you're in like his place of work. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally everyone in the shop has a gun in their station. You know, as is their right to have one.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like I'm from New Jersey. I don't give a fuck about guns. Like
Me neither.
I just got here and they're like, here's a gun, and I'm like, cool. And I just like put it in my station. Has been in
Yeah, I
there
didn't
for
know
like
where
2
I
years.
was out here. I'm like, what the hell?
But it just makes no fucking sense to me. Like, cool. Like, I get it. Like, you're upset. And I would be too if my dad hit me that hard. But it's like, yo, you're an adult now, bro. Like, get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
And stop fucking with Nate. Because
He's the last dude you want to fuck with.
Yeah,
You're
the
low
silent
key.
assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't say nothing. He won't get
He'll
mad
go
at you.
full
And
John
then he'll
Wick
just shoot you.
He just waits for you to swing. Yeah.
Bro. Cam, you been to jail?
I've only been
What do you
I've been
think
detained
to,
a
like,
couple
build
times. That's
character-
it.
What'd you say you've been where?
Just detained. That's it. Yeah.
Detained?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can just imagine Cam. I'm sorry. Stop resisting.
What'd you get detained for?
It's always been like stealing or drug stuff, but nothing like ever crazy. I never.
Just the usual.
Yeah.
Stealing drugs stuff.
How old were you?
I was detained a couple times as a minor. I don't think I've been detained since I was 18 though.
I know you've never been to jail. You want to know how? That fucking drink you ordered.
This shit is fire.
What is that, the caramel ribbon?
How you know?
Yo, that shit tastes like freedom.
This bitch I fuck gets it every time.
Yeah, but I've actually seen some, and I guess I don't mind to admit this, like decent work come out of prison.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, you know my boy
like, yeah,
Gabe
you
that
see
came in
that?
here, he's got prison tats a lot. He's got one
A
of
lot.
this naked broad that he used to fuck. He
Yo,
has-
they
he has-
love the naked bitches.
He has a full naked bitch on his arm. I mean, I always fuck him because he's got a girl. Like he dates a girl. It's like, what does she think of that? that just like naked
They
bitch.
just
that-
say it's always a threesome. I'm like, you're weird, bro. I don't care about you.
yeah, he's got a shit. You did some of his work. The Gabe that came in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabe's
he's got
man.
Yeah, Gabe's awesome.
He's got a
But
cool car, right?
He's got a bunch of prison tats, which actually they came out somewhat. Some of them actually aren't that bad.
I mean, you got the time.
You got all the time.
I mean,
in the world.
there's a lot of good tattooers that have learned to tattoo in prison, I'd say. I feel like a lot of tattoo artists I've met are like, where'd you learn to tattoo? And they're like, prison. Like, they don't want to say it, but they say it.
Yeah, I was trying to think if I knew any.
I'm like, how was your apprenticeship? And he was like, prison.
Yeah. Pretty good? Is that what you said? No, I said prison. Yeah, I met two guys that it wasn't like good for prison. It was just like a good tattoo. They're like, yeah, that's chest pieces and ass right there, baby. And I'm like, that's pretty good. What do you pay for that? He's like, honeymoon. You know, some ramen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's fine, bro. Just tell me you give him a blowjob. I don't care. You know? You can't be getting in prison. It's just not a thing. That's called surviving.
It's not gay. Survival of the fittest.
But I think it's fucking weird because they do body mods in there. Like, I know more people than I should that are like, yo, I pearled my shit in prison. I'm like, what? Like put implants in their dick? Like, they'll round out the chest pieces, plastic.
I heard about this.
And then they'll do the old slip and rip, dude.
Bro.
And they're like, yo, this is sick. You know? And I'm like, I don't know about that.
I can't.
Like, you're probably going to be
sounds
sick.
That's got to be
because it's
unsanitary.
infected.
Yeah.
Unsanitary?
Bro, even in a hospital, I wouldn't
you're
be
in
like,
prison with a
yeah,
chest
go
piece.
ahead.
It's pretty unsanitary.
I would be nervous in a hospital. Like
So
with,
would I.
with everything the world
You
has
give me
to
the greatest
offer.
doctors in the world. And I will still be like, what?
And he's like, yo, I'm just going to use my long fingernail to make this incision. I worked a long time rounding this piece out. Barely got any edges. You love it.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's like a fucking Dungeon and Dragon dice in your dick.
Yeah. And every time also, like even with doctors, like if I have to take out my cock in front of any doctor at any time, it's probably this big. They're like, all right, take it out. I remember one time I thought I had STD and I went to this doctor and he was sitting there, he was standing like waiting for me. I come in and he's like, oh, this is my intern. And it's just some dude on a laptop, like staring at me. And I'm like, this is fucking like, he's like, all right, take it out. And I'm just like, because I feel they're now judging me, you know, like, because I take it out.
They're never not judging you. Doctors are like the most.
Yeah, he's just sitting there on the laptop. And when you take it out and there's no way that you could see a cock and not have some kind of judgment to it. I just feel that way.
Yeah.
Like if we all took out our cocks right now, like you would judge someone's cock. You would be like, oh, that's an incredible cock. Or you'd be like, what the hell's that over there? You know what I'm saying?
Poor guy.
Yeah. So like with the incision that you're talking about, like they gotta pull my shit or do something. It's like my shit trying to work with this much room. No way, bro. They're gonna fucking chop my shit off, dude. That is the absolute worst, man. And throw it a chest piece. First of all, some being in jail with your cock out. You come out, you're like, oh, what's up, dude? Yeah.
Maybe they
Prison
got
was
like
easy.
great bedside manner. Like the dude that does it. Like you pull out your shit and he's like, great cock, bro.
Yeah, he calms you down. Yeah.
This is really nice. I had not so nice last week. I'm grateful for days like this.
It's so good to see a great cock today because yesterday was not
At first,
good.
This piece will really accent you.
Yeah.
I think this will fit you very nicely.
I had you set up for the pawn, but I think we can go for the queen, actually.
You seem like a queen type of guy.
Right.
How many extra bags of
That piece you
Doritos
got
do
on you is A1.
Right.
I mean,
Surprised you ended up here.
that's
with
what
a cock
doctors
like
should.
that.
That's what doctors should do.
Yeah.
As soon as you take it out, they should be like, "Whoa, That is a fucking
Slow down
piece
there,
on him.
Bucker.
I'd be like, all right, yeah, now we're talking.
Dude, I'm not a fan of doctors.
I can't stand them.
They
They're
don't
not
even,
human.
first off, they don't even have to go through nursing school. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
They're just like trained to like walk in and be like, how are you? And you're like, oh, I'm dying. And they're like, great, someone will be with you. And they leave and they
Yep.
make the most money.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They just wear the white coats.
Yeah. I kind of respect it that they've been able to like grip this long and just really not do anything. You know, I understand like surgeons and there's like more to it, but I'm talking about, you know what doctor I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And they have all the grunts doing like the ground.
The one that has like their name on the practice.
Right, and
Yeah.
like I'll make fun of some of my friends that are involved. They're like, "Oh, student loans, whatever." It's like, yeah, but that's your year's salary. Like, your student loans paid off the first 2 years you're out.
Yep.
As long as you get a fucking job. Yo, and if you're that piece of shit that I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Cam," and you're like, "It's Dr. Cam,"
I can't
I'll
stand
kill you.
that.
I'll kill you.
Yeah.
You can fix yourself.
I can't believe people like. There's no way. Like, if you're a doctor and someone's like, "Oh, hey, John," and you're like, "Oh, it's Dr. John to you."
Yeah.
Like, what? Could you
It's
imagine?
so hard to get that title, baby. I'd be throwing that shit everywhere.
No way. I would, because first of all, they go through all that schooling, and then they have a nurse come in and just do all the work, and then they come in. They're like mad that they're like, "Oh, doctor, will be seeing you shortly." You're like, "All right," and they come in, they're like, "Ugh."
Doctor just
They like open the
just rereads everything the nurse wrote down.
yeah. And then you're sitting there, and he just is like, "I'm gonna write you a script for this, and this," and you're like, "Okay," and like that's it. And if anything changes, come back and see us. It's like
Practically drug dealers. That's probably why they make so much money.
But it's like even nurse practitioner can write script.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And why do they all have shitty handwriting?
It's the worst handwriting in the world.
Right.
Because they go through school rushing everything.
Well, they realize if
Go through school rushing one. It's like 8 years.
Imagine writing 8 years of papers. You don't want to
I don't
write
think
anything
this is-
else.
Went to school.
I don't think this is.
Done like 15 years.
They realize if the teacher can't read it, they'll get an A.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from, obviously. Not rushing. I don't think this is true anymore, but like when I started, like we used to like make the joke that had some truth to it that like being a tattooer, we were the lowest paid person that works in blood. You know, like we were like
Oh, yeah.
in that area, like people that worked in like blood and humans and
Anything like
whatever.
cross
Like,
contamination.
yeah, we were like the lowest on the totem pole.
And did you realize there was someone lower?
Heroin addicts.
Piercers. No.
Yeah, piercers.
No, but it's just
Heroin
like
addicts,
with
when
the,
we draw the blood. That's pretty low. We're not like dying behind the dumpster at a 7-Eleven with a needle hanging out of my heart of blood.
Oh, thanks, Cam. Oh, fucking funny. All right. So you've done a bunch of videos with us,
Yes.
which I fucking love.
Yes.
And I think the first one was Wild Bill.
I think that was the first one I did.
And one of the best ones.
And that was funny because that was the reverse on how we typically do. No, I guess it's not. I
That
guess it
was like
wasn't.
the first skit you did where you like incorporated showing a tattoo with it too.
Right, because typically I didn't do that.
No,
we still don't really do that.
It did work good. And
Well, because when I first came here, the first time I met you was a couple years ago when I got the
Right.
Tilly from New Jersey tattoo, and and I remember because I'm 34 now, and it's a couple years ago, so probably like 31 when I got. And I had no tattoos, and now you've done all my work. But I came here, got that, and I remember when you're like, "Yo, I have an idea to start the sleeve on the left arm." You're like, "I'll show you when I get in," and you showed me the.
Well, because you're like, yo, I want a 90s.
I want a
theme sleeve.
90s theme. And then you showed me the Wild Bill, and I was like, "Run that,
Right.
100%."
So this was like before the video.
yeah, that's
too.
what I'm saying. Before the video, because you were like telling a couple of guys in the shop, you're like, "Chuck will put it on his arm."
Right.
Watch.
Well, I
You
feel like
showed it
that's
to me.
important, like understanding your client, how they are, and what they like.
Yeah.
And like if I just hit you with a typical Bill Clinton portrait, you'd probably be like, oh, okay, and like whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, if I throw a baby chain on there,
Yep.
if I put some 90s glasses,
Yeah.
What else did we put?
Yeah, because if you gave me just like a Bill Clinton like portrait, you know, it would
Right.
have just been like, you know, people are like, oh, you liberal cuck, you know, like, this guy, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
real clean cut, just like slight head turn.
That's all I have is just
Yeah, bro.
portrait of Bill, but
So we like did that, and we're like, oh, that's funny, whatever. Didn't really tell anyone.
yeah.
And then we're like, oh, like let's make a video about these wild requests that
Yeah.
clients make, and like showing the final product's ridiculous. And it's funny because like you and I just did that because we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And then we made a video like blaming other people for it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, look at this client asking for ridiculous stuff. All the while, like
Yeah.
I drew it up and we wanted to do it.
It's been such an easy process though here too, because like with the relationship that we have, it's like, dude, I just literally, I mean, like Seth will call me or text me and be like, what's our plan for tattoo? I'm like, I don't care.
Some slut.
Yeah, like I don't. And then you think of like, because I couldn't draw a stick figure like good. Like I couldn't think like from an artistic standpoint. I don't have the mind to be able to think of something like to do. And you literally have thought of mostly everything that I have on me. Like you were just like, yo, let's do this. I'm like, dude,
You did have a request for your chest, though.
Yes, I did like the request for the chest.
What was the request?
It was. Wait, you're talking about the one I have now?
Well, yeah. Well, I was like, "What do you want on your chest?" And you were like, "I want a small twink boy."
Yeah, I
sucking
wanted a
his thumb."
small twink boy with his asshole open across my chest. And you were like, all right, let's do it.
Like
And then-
from the back,
and- yeah.
like looking back at it.
But yeah, he's like, so his like head is almost up to my neck, looking back at it,
Right.
and then his asshole's right by my
Heart.
nipples. Unfortunately, my heart. His asshole's right on my heart, where he belongs. And then I ended up getting the kid in the cornfield holding the
We just tweaked
which I
your
met some
idea a
guy.
little
I had like a tank top on. He was like, "Is that satanic?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "That chest piece." He's like, "Is that like something with Satan?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, dude." Like I hate when people like ask, like, "Dude, I have wild Bill Clinton on my arm." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know any of this shit. Like me, like some of the stuff from New Jersey like means something, but like, I mean, everything else is pretty. So the '90s tattoo is like,
Fucking Game Boy's pretty demonic, bro.
yeah, you crushed that. But yeah, and then when you called me and asked me to do the Wild Bill video, and I was like, run it. And then we did a few more, kept doing it. And people didn't believe I had that on me.
Yeah.
They thought, like, and I had this for a little while before
Yeah,
we even did
years
the
at this
video.
point. Yeah.
And I remember people were like texting me after when you dropped the video and stuff, and like it was on, like people would randomly see it and they text me or message me on Instagram and be like, "No way, you got the Wild Bill." I'm like, "Yeah, I've had it."
Yeah, we had it before the video.
Yeah, I had it before
we
the video.
showcased it, all right?
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing, like people getting mad at you for having tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you have that. It's fucking stupid. Like,
dude,
blah, blah, blah.
it pisses me off. It's so weird. They're
It's
like,
not on your body. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you. Like, whatever. I'm just gonna start like walking around to people and be like, "Oh, I can't believe you have Botox." Like, fuck you,
Yeah.
you're gross.
Like,
Why do you wear your eyebrows like that?
Did you highlight your hair? That's fucking disgusting.
Why didn't you get like eyebrows that represented your family or something you care about? Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, bro.
I know. It's so, and I didn't know because, like I said, I mean, I never had money getting for tattoos because it was all going to heroin for so long. So I like as much as I wanted to get them, I just never had money. And then once I, kind of got my life together, and it was actually with the COVID stuff that happened, it was just like boredom, and I had money saved, and I was like, a buddy of mine was like, "Yo, hit up John." Thank God. I mean, it worked out perfect because that was the one thing I was worried about is like going to like. Same thing we just were having the conversation earlier about is like, going to a tattoo shop. I don't know if they're going to be good, how it's going to be received, what that looks like.
Yeah, what was that like? Because you started getting tattooed later in life, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I got tattooed. Like I said, I'm 34, probably around, what was it, 3 years ago?
Yeah,
4 years ago?
31.
Yeah. So
Middle-aged man.
middle-aged man.
Looking for tats.
Middle-aged man looking for tattoos. And I remember I came through the back door there. I actually met you, Seth. I met Seth first. And you were the one because I talked about wanting something from New Jersey on my arm from Asbury Park. And you were like, well, John's from up there. So why don't you talk to him? And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then but I've heard about you from Ant and a couple of people that I knew. And Jenny, yeah. And Jenny and a couple of people I knew. Possibility! And then, so he told me to talk to you, and it was funny because I had no idea about the tattoo world, and I was like, yeah, so I want this Tilly guy, like from Asbury Park, like on my arm, like, and all I gave him was like this picture of Tilly, like just his face, and
But look, I want to make like a sleeve out of it.
I gave him this, like, the picture was like this big, and and this is it right here. This is the picture I showed him, and I'm like sitting there, and he's like, all right, I'm like, yeah, but I want to make it like my whole
Dude, imagine I just took that image
should have just done all that.
put a bunch of that same fucking
A bunch
image.
of pictures of Tilly just down my arm.
big ass
John was like
back.
standing there, and he's like trying not to laugh because he's doing the right thing and trying to feel me out, because he's like, is this kid just like an idiot, like wanting, like, you know? And Jenny was actually with us at the time, and I was like asking to do that, and then he was like, all right, I'll think of something up, and then he crushed it. Then he thought of this, and then added this, and he was like, let's just make it all New Jersey because we're already doing that. I was like, all right, perfect.
I should have just only did the Tilly everywhere.
Yeah, and then
like
our
the
first-
same sticker.
and then our first
just been like,
session-
what do you think? Oh, this is exactly what I envisioned.
I probably would have been like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Get so many girls.
Oh,
now.
girls are going to be sucking my dick as soon as I walk out of this shop with this one.
What do you think, Kim?
Yeah, and then when we were having then that's when like we were able to understand our relationship, where it was like, all right, we could literally talk about anything. Getting tattooed here was I like lucked out because it was so easy. Because I mean, we'll talk for 9 hours in the shop, like nonstop talking and just getting tattooed. It's so easy.
Session's like over
Instead of
before
like,
you know it.
we literally, and then by the time the session's over, it's like, I mean, we even filmed another one after a session of 9 hours. That's when I was doing the nay out the door, which we couldn't even finish that video because I was laughing so hard because you were like, just do the nay out. We like winged that whole thing.
Now we have the boyfriend video too.
Yeah, the what one?
The boyfriend video. Machine.
Oh yeah, machine down.
That by far I think is my favorite, Chuck.
Well, it's funny because like we did a bunch of videos, but like I'll have people that like, it's weird when people see you on like from a video standpoint, like, or like, cause I'll see these people and then they'll like comment in the Facebook video, and they'll be like, Chuck, is that you? Like, obviously it's me. But they're
You
like
should just say
surprised.
no.
They think it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know, it's weird. Like they'll see it on Facebook, the video, and then they'll comment and be like, Chuck, and then they'll share it and be like, is this Chuck? Like, dude, obviously it's me. I should start saying no. I did that one time, a buddy of mine overdosed and he passed away, like one of my best friends. And like, I hate when people like die and they like know what happened, but people be like, what happened? And I was like, oh, he died in a shark attack. And the kid was like, what? What? I'm like, yeah, a shark ate him. And the kid was like, holy shit. like everyone knew he was like doing heroin. It was only a matter of time before he passed away. But like the kid was such a fucking loser because we used to hang out with him and he ended up and was just doing some grimy shit. So like the fact that you know how people come out to woodwork when someone dies, they act like, you know, I gotta remember when
Thoughts and prayers.
yeah, exactly. So he like texted me and like texted a couple of my buddies and he was like, what happened to him? He's like, oh my God. He's like he overdosed. Like, no, bro, it was actually a shark attack. He was swimming in a shark attack.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to look at people posting about like shark attacks. And see where he is.
He's like, where should I stay away?
Florida man.
Yeah.
Tell me you guys dolphins or not.
Tell me you guys aren't guilty of like going through all the comments hoping someone said it. How did he die? I need to fucking know.
Yeah, because I want to know, but I don't want to be the dude that asks that question.
Like, oh my God.
I just say OD question mark.
Always hoping.
Question mark.
Go ahead, Adrian. See what you're saying?
And they're like, no, this is my grandpa.
The worst is a buddy of mine. This kid. So he had the same name as someone who died, and this kid posted a picture of my buddy who's like alive and said, rest in peace. I can't believe you're gone. And it's a selfie of them too, like outside of a store or something. Because the fact that kid did zero research and just heard like, oh, Jake died. And he was like, oh, it must be this Jake who's dead now. Because I decided that he's dead. And he posted the selfie. And like, I'm going through Instagram. I see it. I'm like, what the? I'm like in a group chat with him. I'm like, Jake, are you dead? He's like, dude, no, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, someone just posted you died.
Bro, someone's got Jake's phone.
All of a sudden, he's
Yeah, you
blown
freak
up.
out when you see the bubbles. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, his ex-girl had had to like post the story because, you know, she was like, make it about me. And she like posted like, he's alive, guys. He like has
I saved him. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be
yeah,
here.
like those people are just like, they jump into like Anthony Jeselnik talks about it when he says like, it's like, what about me today?
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. People just like, they'll post and be like, I remember we met at Detox and it was the best, you know,
then, like,
3 days of my life for observation. And then you left and I never talked to you again. But
And then someone else posts, and then they post again.
Yes.
Like they got to stay on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell me this can't be real. It is real.
Right. Like, I'll do
what would you say?
the opposite.
I would.
Like, yo, I used to beat that retard in high
I
school.
would.
Chuck's like, shark attack, question mark?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't never post about it. I mean, if I did, I'd be talking shit. Like, I would continue like making a joke about it. I could never be like dead serious. Like, even when my boy, like, Dean died, like, I was like, I didn't post like, you know, like, oh my God. I mean, people grieve differently. I get it. But like, sometimes I feel like it's just like you literally would write a paragraph, like talking about you. And then at the end, you're like, rest with the angels. it's like you just talked about you the whole time. And then at the end that you like tag them.
Because we'll get so many stories about death because it's a, you know, common
Yeah, memorial
event
tattoos.
happening to, you know, get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to do this, like, honor it. And, I mean, I'm well versed in that. That's easy. But once in a while, I get caught, like, off guard.
Yeah.
Like-
You definitely probably would get it more because you'll do like portraits of
Dude, and I'm
people.
bad with death. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, being in
Desensitized
recovery,
to it,
like growing up,
without
like
a doubt.
in addiction, and then like getting clean, like all my friends died.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
It's honestly sad how like desensitized it is to us. Like,
Yeah,
like,
so I have to like
care.
be careful because like
Yeah.
when you're like 19 and 20 and like all your friends are like just dying and it's like overdoses. So not only is it quick and fast, but no one wants to fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
So there's not like really that time to process or like whatever. So we just figured out our own way to process and like being fucked in the head at the time anyway. Like we're just making jokes. We're trying to make each other laugh. Like I remember like my boy killed himself when we were like 17.
Yep.
And that was probably like the first experience. And we got kicked out of the funeral for laughing. And it wasn't not in like, it was, I don't think it was in a rude way.
No.
Like we were telling stories about just times with the boy and like we were laughing and it felt better to laugh than to fucking cry.
Yeah.
You know? And we
Not
were
everyone
dark
feels
sense
that
of
way.
humor or whatever. But
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it's
Right,
rough
'cause-
when you have the dark sense of humor. People
right,
don't
because
get
he
it.
like some chick broke up with him, and like he killed himself over it.
Yeah.
Listen, that shit is traumatic. Like your first heartbreak, all the firsts suck.
The
And like
worst.
I'm happy I went through it when I was young and like in a protected environment, didn't really have anything to worry about. If I was like 30 and had to deal with my first heartbreak, it'd be bad because I'd have enough money to not only kill myself but to harm many others.
Oh, everyone will be in
You know?
trouble. Yeah.
Right, I had nothing, bro. I like had to borrow lunch money from my mom at the time. There's nothing I could do besides cry in my room. But like we're like at the funeral and like we're all like making jokes and I don't know if it was me or like someone else, but like making jokes about like how pathetic it was. Our friend killed himself over a girl, you know? Like my one boy's like, she wasn't even that hot. She wasn't like kill yourself hot, you know? Or like whatever. And for whatever reason, like I was like this is funny.
Yeah.
Like this helps me deal with it. And it was kind of like something that I used really up. I still use
Oh, it's
it.
my biggest coping mechanism in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
like
can't
humor.
do anything but make humor out of it.
Right.
It helps me through literally everything.
Right, but,
Laughing
like-
is fucking like who doesn't like to laugh? That's what,
I know.
I don't like. I mean, I get people grieve differently. People go through the process of like handling stuff differently. But like, I like when like if like same thing. If my girl broke up with me or I was struck, like I need to have friends that are gonna fucking like make fun of me for it.
Yeah.
Like talk like make jokes about stuff and do all that, or else I can't.
But this is what I feel like isn't really fair. So there are some people that just don't find that funny. And I totally respect that.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are others that find it funny and act like they don't. Because
Yeah.
they think it's
Out
not
of respect
supposed
for
to.
other people, yeah.
So that they're liked, I
Yeah.
think, is the real reason.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with respect. Like that's like the word we use, but they're like, oh, I don't want to laugh and then be judged and then people think I'm a bad person. Like it's a selfish action.
Yeah.
And then there's people that just find it funny and they're like, this is what it is. Now, I'll respect those people that don't find it funny. Like, I won't bring up those jokes if you don't find it funny because I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if I'm grieving and I'm making fucking jokes, don't silence me. Like, respect my process.
Without a doubt.
Does that make sense what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yep.
Like, I respect your process. I don't say the fucking jokes.
Yeah.
I don't go dark and like try to make you laugh because that's how you cope.
Yeah.
But if I cope by doing it, just let me fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like doing it or I'm making like little jokes or like whatever and you don't find it funny or maybe it even makes you feel bad, like just leave. Or
Yeah,
like,
but no one
whatever.
could tell me, like, I can't tell you that my coping mechanism is better than yours. Like, my way is what works and
Right.
yours doesn't. Like, I'm going to respect you if you handle something differently than I do. I'm going to be
Right.
like, fucking.
Like there, to an extent, like I'm not gonna like
I can't
go in the
promise
streets and be like, this person died and just start rattling off jokes and everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
But that's my go-to. And the more uncomfortable it is, the faster like I'll react to that. And I've had clients come in and I'm like doing a portrait and I'm like, oh, well, why are we getting this portrait? And they're like, they passed. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, and what's up?
I got a story that stems from that.
All right. You're like,
He's like coming back there.
and I was like, oh, this might be better than what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, Adrian's tugging on it.
Well, whatever. So like, and I'm like, oh, like how'd they pass or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I have to ask. I need to know. Some people are like, don't ask. Like, leave it alone.
No, I need
Act
to
like
know.
it didn't happen. Ignore it. Ignore it. You know.
Yeah.
Sweep it under the rug. I'm like, how did it happen? And they're like, oh, they committed suicide. And it can be awkward. Because I've also had people where like it just happened, so they're still kind of in shock. So they're not able to like give proper delivery, maybe. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like kind of in shock. They're just like kind of saying how it was or whatever. They're like, oh, how'd they pass? Oh, they killed themselves. And I'm like, oh, like I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. It happened 2 weeks ago. I'm like, why are you here? Or like whatever. But it becomes an honor. Like, yo, I'm so happy to do this for you. Like for real. No joking. Like I love to do that for people. This is a great way to honor this person or whatever. But like my go-to is like the jokes. And then sometimes like I meet those people that's also their go-to. And then like they're making jokes to me about it. And I don't know if I'm allowed to make jokes back,
Yeah, you don't know if that's just their thing,
Right.
Or if you can rebuttal that.
Yeah, dude.
Sometimes
even
people,
maybe a little harder than they're coming,
Like,
and you're like,
you got jokes? I got jokes.
"Oh, you're making a joke out of this suicide? Buckle up! I'm about to go
down the list.
0 dark 30 on you right now."
Cam plays it safe, I bet.
yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
Danny, you got a good story?
Yeah, Cam knows about this one. So I'm not going to use any names or what artist it was.
It was Cam.
It was Cam.
Definitely wasn't. So there was a parent here getting a portrait of their daughter.
Oh, God.
recently
I already know.
passed. Didn't know how. Whatever. It's not my place to ask. Neither did the artist feel it was his. We start filming a skit for TikTok about COVID.
John knows this.
She died of COVID. And they were right there the entire skit.
Really?
And we
That was
are
bad.
just
And
literally belittling.
How did they feel about it?
No, they didn't say anything. But the artist was like, just so you guys know, she died of COVID. I'm like, when were you going to say this shit?
Let me give you the rundown. 'Cause I forgot, and Danny literally just pulled this from my past, and I remember it perfectly now. You remember this? So we're like, whatever, like COVID's happening. Let's make a video about it.
This was like pretty early. Like they were just now lifting the restrictions. Stuff was going back to normal.
Yeah. We were a little late, but still on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had already heard that the client passed from COVID.
Oh God.
But I'm dedicated to the art.
Yes. You have to be.
Got a job
Right.
to do, baby.
And I didn't want to make the others feel weird. I didn't realize how crazy it would get, though. I was like, whatever, we'll make a silly COVID video, and it'll be fine. This guy's cool. So we like kind of do this video about what Adrian had COVID, and like Cam's like worried, that it's COVID. I'm like, no. And Cam's like showing me a list of symptoms. And then the client's like going through all the symptoms, right? I didn't realize
this video.
these guys would be like complete children about it and like make the symptoms like really fucked up. Yeah. Like wasn't one of the symptoms like extreme farting and like shitting yourself?
Yeah, it was like extreme diarrhea.
Not being able to smell.
Not being able to smell it.
What were some of the other ones?
Oh boy.
We only had like 3 or 4. It wasn't many.
Yeah, but we were trying to turn them into like a medical term, which is
But and then also they're giving suggestions. They're like, what if one of the symptoms is you're just a fucking idiot, you know, or you're like ugly,
the boner.
right? yeah.
Boner. Yes.
What if you have
Uncontrollable boner.
symptoms? Like Cam's like looking symptoms, and it's like extreme coughing, and then it's like a check mark goes off. And it's like farting, and it's a check mark goes off, and it's like extreme boner, and then it's like 3 boner, and everyone's like, oh, COVID's so stupid. COVID gives you boners, and like and remember, so I already know.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is bad. This got way out of hand. Yeah.
So you thought that? So you were thinking, even though you knew, you thought the video was just going to be kind of ground level, like not.
I thought like we'd tap into COVID. It'd be a little controversial. It'd get people talking.
Yeah, of course.
Bring up a subject, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't realize everyone.
You didn't realize they were going to be talking about boners.
We didn't want to offend anybody.
COVID boner. Sorry.
COVID boners.
What if one of the symptoms is you have sex with your dad? You know, it's just like, I'm like, oh.
I have it.
Like in retrospect, I'm like, how did I not know that was gonna happen? You know, because I was like, guys,
I'm surprised
what
you
are
didn't
some
Think
funny
we were gonna give good, like real symptoms.
I don't know. I don't know what I thought. And then like it was happening, and I was just like, well, it's already happened. And like it was in that kind of laughter where like you just look embarrassing because
Yeah.
you're like can't control your body, and they're just saying the word boner and like laughing. And I mean, this is happening there, and the client's getting tattooed there,
Oh my God.
and I'm just like,
You know, you can hear like everything.
What was the client's response like anything at all, or just kind of took it on the chin?
super cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He actually was a really good guy.
Yeah, he even came back.
Yeah, he came back. Got him.
But like you don't know how cool people are.
No, you don't.
I didn't know if the client was cool, and it's tough because like on the one hand, it's like you know what's going on. Everyone's just trying to make each other laugh. It's not about hurting. It's about you said something funny. I want to say something funnier. You know, and for real, like when we're joking, like I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. You know, I just want to like make you laugh.
Yeah, that's not the intention at all.
Right.
Is to hurt
Unless the
someone's feelings.
joke is hurting someone's feelings, which it usually isn't.
It may be
like
like
if
a
I'm
s-
ripping on Cam.
Yeah, like if we're talking about Cam's family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why
Yeah,
you're
like,
late.
it's a sensitive topic, like whatever. But we joke.
Why your dad left, which
Yeah.
I get.
And then the face tattoo one was the video, the next video, where
Yeah, when I
like,
said, "Did you just
accidentally
tattoo
your
my face?"
And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
Oh, that I forgot about
That one's actually
video.
was that one actually
Yo,
was good.
That's probably my favorite.
one blew
quick
up.
bang,
That was
like,
a
quick
hit.
video. Like that one was heat.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a
That was
quick
one of the
banger
best
we
ones,
did
too.
while I was just laying there. We're like, let's just. Yeah, we were just like, do it. Yeah.
That was like something everyone will like. Like even my family were like, this is a great video, John. You know, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then they're like, has that ever happened? You know, it's like, of course it has.
Yeah. People also, when they saw that, thought I really got my face tattooed. Like I still had the
you should've
mark.
did it.
I should just done it for the.
Yo, but that shit happens all the time with the phone.
Yeah.
They're like on the phone, and I get it. I use my phone when I'm getting tattooed. I watch movies or whatever. But they're like one hand texting, playing video games. It's like, yeah, you're going to drop your shit, bro. Especially you don't have a fucking pop socket, which we sell here. And,
Borrow time pops.
Throw a quick promo
and they
in there.
drop their phone, and since it's attached to their whole soul and identity, they're like, you know, they jerk off. And I'm like, yo, like, we're tattooing you. And I'm prepared for it, and I don't really have the needle in that deep anyway. But my opinion is, if you jerk and I tattoo you by accident somewhere else because of a quick, swift motion, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
And I'm charging you more for it, player.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like you can almost like sense when they're about to drop it. Do you get that?
No, but I can sense what kind of client they are.
Yeah,
I'm
like you
this
know,
is-
like you have to be on.
right. Like, this is a client that doesn't pay attention.
Yeah, I gotta be like.
Well, you guys get a whole different new wave of clientele nowadays, right? Like from when you first started tattooing, like when you first were starting to get into it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a whole
Yeah.
like all different types
TikTok
of.
clients now.
Well, no, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like like back in the day, like not. I mean, you could
Oh,
probably,
you're saying like when he first.
everyone's getting
started,
tattooed. Like everyone, all different types of people want tattoos now. Tattoos have gotten so.
I mainly tattoo
gotten
like
so
people
popular.
my age, like younger people
Yeah,
eating them up.
yeah, that's
yeah, you
crazy.
get that, and just people are on their phones more and more and more. And
Yeah.
like when I started, it was very much like, yeah, you're coming in, you're getting a tattoo, and that's all you're doing. And like we can talk.
Yeah,
Now it's like all this extra stuff. Like you have the phones, the iPads. I mean, we have the fucking TV in the front. Like there's a lot going on. You know, you're
Without a doubt.
you're
For
multitasking.
sometimes though, for people, it's like their only free time. Like I understand, like if you're working.
Like when I get tattooed, I'll watch TV. Like I'm chilling. I'm just happy to like have the day off.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But it's like good opportunity, to, like respond to people on Instagram, stuff like that.
Sure. Just
Yeah,
like,
there's
drop your
time, but
phone.
we're all also with the phone. It's everything now. It's all it is.
I feel like when I'm getting tattooed, though, I'm constantly like, don't move, don't move, don't move. I can tell right away if a client is not like that. Like they don't care. They're like loud, whatever.
Oh, see, that's how I am when you're tattooing me. Like, and you're light with it too. Like
Yeah.
you're one of the best. Like, and I still will be like, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Scared.
Yeah.
And I know, like, if we're making jokes,
And
I know
he'll
you're
know
gonna
when I'm
laugh.
like, when he was like doing this inside and like my leg, and they'll be like, oh, does that hurt, pussy? And I'm like, because it's hurting. It is hurting, but I'm trying to not move. And then I'm trying not to laugh now and then really start moving. Because when you're just laying there or sitting there and you're just on a spot and you're like, just like, and then you got people here talking to you too. Because
Yeah.
I'll have all these guys fucking talking shit to me while I'm like fucking calling
Call
the
that a
pussy.
dick?
I'm trying to like tickle your feet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Yeah, well, you're trying to have sex with me, which you can anytime
Yeah,
you
I mean,
want.
this
that
new
on
bed's
there.
fire, right?
Yeah, new vet's fire. I didn't even see it actually.
You haven't sat on it? He hasn't sat on it?
How long's it been here for?
I don't know.
Have I? Yeah. Oh yeah, you were. I was riding you on that thing. Right?
He's like, sorry, I was just only looking at you.
We did the couples video with you too, like bringing your significant other.
Yes.
Insignificant other.
Yeah, that's the one that I did with what's her name?
Kelly.
Yes,
And you're like,
that was a good
machines
one.
down.
It's machines down. That was a
shouldn't
fun
happen.
one.
Have you dealt with that before?
Boyfriends?
Yeah, or girlfriends.
Like overprotected.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a super common one. What tattoo artist doesn't go through that though? Or even just like a friend. There's always just like that. I hate a second opinion. Like come by yourself to your tattoo.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna say names, but like you kind of had the situation. I feel like last week, the girl came in with her boyfriend and she kind of like snapped on him for trying to put input in. She was like, "Shut the fuck up. It's for
I don't
me."
even remember.
Hip.
Oh, it was her brother.
Oh yeah. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was like putting in input, and she was like, "Enough. It's for
Yeah.
me."
I mean, she's right.
Yo, yeah, for sure. Like that's how I wish it was, but like a lot of the times. Yeah, who was minor?
Who was? He was or her? Oh.
Yeah.
I hate. I hate when I got the
Shut
design.
up, youngin'.
I got the design figured out,
They like it.
and then the significant other like changes, and then my client is like either receptive to what they're saying or they're just like soft and can't think for themselves, and then they change the design, and then it's like this back and forth argue between them,
Yeah.
and I just want like I feel like I'm not even involved,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like just let me know when you
They're
figure
like,
it out.
sir,
Yeah.
hold. We'll let you know when we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
drives
fun.
me like nuts.
It's super common. I mean, even I feel like walk-ins, like a lot of people come in like couples, and it's like the other significant other's always like very particular about placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
it
about
always-
like people bringing people in general?
I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. I personally, I tattoo a younger group, like age group, so they tend to come in groups sometimes. I just would not want to sit here while someone else is getting tattooed. It's just so fucking.
So like
boring.
you feel like
Like, yo, first tattoo, emotional support person come with you, maybe. Like, I get it, like, maybe 18, 19-year-old's first tattoo. Maybe they want like significant other with them for that. But like, if you're coming for a fucking 9-hour full day session, like don't bring anyone. They're gonna be bored.
Yeah,
They're
quick ones are fine.
Yeah, you're gonna
all
quick
day.
hour banger, 30-minute tattoo, maybe like best friend matching tattoo. Yeah, but like if you're coming for a full day and you bring a friend, like
it's crazy.
you're a horrible friend for bringing your friend because they're literally just gonna sit here and stare at the fucking walls, and yeah,
Yeah, it's rough.
it's boring.
Cause I'm like, oh, you're gonna fucking be bored. I don't mind like you come with someone, especially like traveling, because we get a lot of clients that travel. I understand traveling with a friend or significant other, whatever. They usually come in, they say what's up, maybe they chill for an hour and then they bounce. Yeah, that makes total
Or
sense.
like,
Oh, yeah, without a
they're
doubt.
here for
Right.
like the first hour or two of the session. They come back like the last hour.
They go
maybe.
do whatever.
But like
come back.
support your person.
Yeah.
And what I mean
Yeah.
by that is like make sure they're cool, make sure they got what they need. When they're like looking at the stencil and the design, hype them up.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, it looks sick. You're
Yeah.
gonna love that.
Yep.
Don't make it harder for them. Don't like complicate it. Like, I don't know. Do you really want that? What does your mom think? And it's like, yo,
So I have younger friends.
It's gonna
that-
be on you for the rest of your life.
I don't know if you know that. I don't like it.
There's certain ways to do it. Like I have younger friends that are looking to get tattoos and stuff now.
Maybe bring him in the back.
I think he wants to bring his stuff in too.
Yeah, no shit.
Thanks, Cam. Nice observation.
I'll get friends though that like want tattoos, but maybe like not in a specific style I do, and they're going to a specific artist, and they're like, "Yo, could you like maybe come with me for the beginning? Make sure like artist isn't like stepping on me, or like, you know, like help me ensure like I get what I want."
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, bro, 100%. But like at the end of the day, I want you to get the tattoo that you want.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna change things for you. Like you're gonna ask me, "Does this look good?" And I'm gonna ask you, "I don't know, does it? Do you like it?"
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to take like if you're getting
I'm
if you
not
have
gonna
a
be like, "Yo, I think you should do this and this and that."
you have a
It's like,
friend who's good with cars, you're going to take him to say, make sure his mechanic's not ripping me off. But you're not going to expect your friend to stay there the whole time
we
and watch
touched on that in like the chase. We
and
touched
watch
on,
them work on the car.
like we touched on that in the chase video. It's like you bring your car to a mechanic, like you don't fucking hassle with him. You're
Yeah.
like, yo, you do what you do it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you could hassle, but I'm saying like if you bring someone with you to make like that's good with cars, like they're gonna, you know, if they
Like,
like
I-
you just said, if they bring you.
if I go to a barber and I'm like, I want to fade, and he does it like a little bit lower, and I wanted it higher, and he's like, this fade shapes like it fits your head shape better. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. You know what the
Yeah.
fuck you're talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, I miss the days of getting fades.
I think it's important, like when you sit down with a client, to like really
Beard.
essentially like size them up, because there are people that just want what they want, and I don't
Yeah.
try to fight that. Like
Yeah.
if you're a want what you want kind of client, I'll pick up on that right away, and I'll just give you what you want.
You kind of taught me.
even
that
if you
do-
don't like it, you're just like
You have
not
to
no,
be-
don't like it, but it's like if they know what they want.
Even if I don't like it.
yeah, you're just yeah. You just are like, all right,
Right.
let's run it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I understand that. And I've even had clients that, and I really respect this. They're like, listen, I want this. I want it this way.
Yeah, and they like pull you aside. Like, I know you don't do it like this, but like,
Or whatever. They'll just be like, I want it this way. Maybe there's a cooler way to do it. It happens a lot when they're like, my friend had this tattoo. He died. I'm like, OD question mark. And then they're like, I just want it exactly like this.
Shark attack.
I know it's not that cool.
Yeah.
And then they'll say this, which I love. They're like, but I'm going to let you do my sleeve. We do whatever we want. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, cool. I'll give you this shitty dead friend tattoo.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some
it's
cool
like,
shit.
yeah, people
Yeah.
do
Like, let me know there's a light at the end of the
Yeah,
tunnel.
your friend who couldn't
people
hack
with,
it
yeah.
in the real world.
Yeah, bro. Don't do drugs that are harder than you.
I feel like that comes up with like cover ups too. They're like, I know you don't want to do a cover up, but if you do this cover up for me, you get like all this other extra space. I got you.
Right. You know what I fucking hate though? That's in the same. They're like, yo, you like do it for me on the low, and like it'll be sick though. You have like a nice portfolio piece.
Yeah. Like I don't care what you do.
Yo, have you heard that, Adrian? Have you heard that shit? Have you heard that? No, whatever. I don't care. Have you heard that though?
Like what?
They're like, yo, like I'm gonna let you do my whole sleeve. Like you could add it into portfolio. Like just hook it up. I'm like, yo, I already have a portfolio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, ain't your idea's dumb. Who's gonna want to see a whole sleeve of clouds in my portfolio?
Yeah. And trees.
Intrigue.
Yeah, a nice forest. I mean, dude, I found for me just getting tattoos has been so easy of just like I mean, I
gives
also
him an
don't. I
idea.
also don't care what's on my body for the rest of my life. Like, I don't look at it that deep.
You
Like,
also-
I know
don't-
some people
you
do, and
don't-
I
you don't have a bad tattoo experience though.
yeah, no, I get no 100%. But
Yeah.
I'm also saying like, even if I did want like something that's like outlandish, or if we decided to do something stupid, like I'd really put anything on me. I don't care. Like, I don't have like where it's like, oh, it's on my body for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'm gonna want that. But it's been easy with me because you've just been like, yo, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, bet, run it, and we just do it. And I've
Yeah.
loved it so far. You know, and like you said, yeah, I haven't had a bad experience.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yes.
I went to John
Well, you were
first.
smart.
and,
You like did some
yeah.
research. You waited. You were kind of like.
I didn't even do research. Someone just told me about John.
So you got lucky.
And I was like,
So John
all right,
could have been absolutely
let me go
horrible
check
at
this out.
tattooing.
And this was, that was when we had the back door service. The good old days.
That was my favorite time of ever working here.
Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was.
Doorman over there.
Times.
Yeah. That's when I first met you too, man. That was awesome though. But yeah, I haven't had a bad experience. I know people that have had bad experience.
Do you have friends that like do all the wrong things in tattoos and like get shitty ones and like are unhappy?
Yeah, I remember one kid was trying to get like this knife of him holding like a knife. It just looked like a fucking Peugeot fucking big ass cock on his arm. And this was years ago, but he was like, I don't know what the hell he's doing now, but he was like, I was just getting sober and we were living in Halfway, and he was like, you know, he's like, fuck yeah, 30 days sober, like I'm gonna fucking go get tattooed. And he had this sick idea, and then he was like, he showed. I was like, bro, that's a cock on your arm.
Dingo.
Me holding a knife. That's you holding a dick.
Yeah, that's you literally tugging on someone's cock. Like,
Dude, didn't Nolly do that shit? Did he give someone a dick bat? Didn't even realize
did.
that?
Ollie did this bat.
did.
And the tail looked like a dick. The arms looked
I
like
don't understand how you put the stencil
the
on.
thing
though.
the thing had 8 dicks in it.
I don't understand like
Like
how.
obviously like penis ball shapes, like 8 of them, distinguishable in them.
On his back.
Just in this dude's bat tattoo. It's just a bat the dick bat. That's what we called it
Did
for a couple weeks.
he didn't want this.
He just wanted a bat. He got a dick bat.
And how did they add cocks to this bat?
It's just Nolly's way of drawing. Maybe he's just thinking about dicks. It's just fucking.
I had a dick
I've never seen
in
it.
your
You've had dicks
tattoo.
in the tattoo.
Did you?
No.
Well, you should do that though.
Oh,
Is
maybe, I don't know.
add something that, like while you're doing my tattoos, because you're gonna be the only one doing them. Of adding something, whether it says like whether it is a cock or something.
I'm like, hey Chuck, I hit a dick in there on the back of your arm. It's just
That should
not
be
hidden at all.
it's like a where's
Let me know if you can find it.
It's like a Where's Waldo thing. You're like, I'm gonna hide a little cock in there. Let me
It's
know if
just
you
half
find
your
it.
arm.
It's just down my spine.
The rest of the
Huge
sleeve
cock.
is just
It's
arrows pointing to it.
This is the
It's just Waldo standing on a fucking.
It's Waldo with his cock out.
Did you find him?
Let me know when you find them.
New tattoo idea.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine getting the date of like a loved one dying. You fucking do it wrong or spell the name wrong. It's like Madeline. They just completely butcher it.
Like Roman numerals.
Chuck, do you know about the
Who
Roman
did
numerals?
that?
No.
You or,
No.
or Adrian? Wait, who did Roman numerals wrong? Adrian. Hold on.
So
Hold
it's
on.
not even like some fucking complicated Super Bowl Roman numerals. It's literally XI, XI, XI.
And what did you do?
What do you decide?
Whoa, hold on. What do you think you did?
How do you think this? There's only 2 ways.
XXI
No.
and XI. You just put the porn website.
No. Agent's like, fuck these eyes.
He's like, XX.
So
Tranny fuck sis Mel.
do you want to say it, Adrian, or?
Say what?
He's like, do you like it?
So how did we do these XIs?
Oh, I didn't look at the picture and I put it backwards.
No, it was.
And I was so confident in it until I wasn't. And then I go to
It
the.
was like backwards in the mirror. Now here's the thing. We're not going to put the full blame
So you
on him
technically put
because
it upside down though. to
this
make it
is
backwards,
this
right?
is
Yeah.
this is what's hysterical.
Yeah.
We made the video of Adrian
Of the backwards.
putting something,
Yes.
looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
and being like, "Yo, it's cash money, baby." But I think it's backwards, right? Then that happens. So he puts it on backwards. But then when the client sees it in the mirror,
He's like,
it looks perfect. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we even made the new merch
Yeah.
with the
Backwards.
backwards shirt. I don't know if you've
So
seen
did
the new
client
merch.
realize?
No, but the best part was it was his first tattoo and his birthday. I was tattooing his birthday on him.
His birthday was 11/11.
So he never reached out again saying it was.
Well, he did. He got covered up now. But
Yeah.
I gave Adrian a task. I'm like, either
Because someone was like,
you
bro,
can call him and tell him, yo, I fucked up.
was he mad?
No, it was actually pretty cool.
he was like, I didn't even realize it. It happens. It is what it is.
Just so
That's
fucking
cool.
funny.
I do want to ask him how he got busted, or like, did someone else tell you?
Oh, someone
Like on
100%.
Instagram?
Someone 100% told him.
Yeah.
He posted it.
Happy birthday to me. Yo, that was 2 months.
11, 11, 11. They're like, it's 999.
So Chuck, I heard you have some really good romance stories, maybe.
Adrian really wanted to.
Yeah, Adrian wanted to hear
this
this
one.
story.
This is the only reason I came here to get to hear it.
He's been waiting 2.5
I wanted to hear this for the 6th time. I just-
So I was swiping, and
Was this during COVID?
this is before COVID.
Okay.
This is right before. Yeah, it was before COVID. But I matched with someone. As I'm seeing the pictures, I'm realizing I'm not sure if this is a full woman. But she,
So you were trying to match with a woman.
yes, but I realized she was like hot. So he was hot. But either way, however you do, I'm not getting into the pronouns thing, but either way,
They were hot.
they were hot. So I was like, all right. So I started talking to them, and it was, the vibe was like actually good. It was like talking to my homies. So, like,
This is too good.
so like,
We could like watch football after.
yeah, I was like, do you see the Giants? And no, we were just vibing. So then they were like, yeah, meet me in it was Hollywood. It was like it wasn't Wilton Manors, but I think it was by there maybe. I'm, like I said, 45 minutes more north, but so I'm like, all right, bet. And we're talking. I'm like, fuck it. It's like 2 a.m. at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking. I'm like, run it. I'm in a weird place at 2 a.m. I'm horny as hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go explore the world. So I hop in the car, and like the pictures were fire, dude. Like I was pretty hyped for a new experience.
You were like half braked on the way.
Yeah. I took some Cialis. I'm fucking, the blood's flowing. I'm seeing different colors. I'm ready.
The headache.
Yeah, my dick's doing the fucking Tootsie slide. I'm just waiting to fucking go. Yeah, my head's pounding. It's the worst. My head's pounding. I'm trying to drink water, take migraine pills. So I get close by, and I'm like, I text them, and I'm like, hey, I'm pulling up. Like, all right. They're like, meet me on the street. I'm like, all right. I get there, and it's literally just like this dude in like a wig, and like a white tee, and like socks. And he like gets in my car, and he's like we like dap it.
What's good, fam?
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's like, yo, you mind going to the gas station so I can get a pack of smokes? And I'm like, all right. So like we drove over there, and like they go get the cigarettes, and like I'm like, I should have. My mistake here, by the way,
Drove away.
is I should have drove away. I waited for his purchase of the cigarettes to get back in my car to drive him back to where he needed to go. So when we pulled back up, I was like, all right, like this is obviously not, what I thought. So like, we're cool. I was like,
Yeah.
yo.
Nice seeing you.
And then
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Nothing
like,
against you.
Yo, like
You
nothing
look
against
great.
you. Like you look awesome, like with the white tee thing and like
Slides.
slides. Like
I
where'd
love
you
slides. I
get
wear them all
them?
the time.
I didn't wear mine. I always wear slides. He's like, go here. I was like, I'm gonna get some tonight. And then
It's 2 a.m.
but when we dapped it up,
I gotta go because I gotta get the slides. Try to catch
yeah,
it before it
I'm sorry. I
closes.
gotta go because the slides you have, I want,
Right.
so I have to go get them.
It has nothing to do with the fact
Nothing
that
to do with you. I'm with whatever.
I gotta get
I'm
these slides.
fluid.
So
I'm water,
I'm
baby.
just vibing. But I also have like 200 milligrams of Cialis pumping through my veins. So when we dapped it up one last time, he kind of came like 95%, like not literally, but like his head came towards me, and he went in for the kiss, and I didn't like turn like fast enough to go this way.
I turned into it.
I kind of turned where we both connected for a sec. So like we weren't like making out. It was more of like it was more of this like weird like I should have went this way, but I kind of when he came in went this way and we connected and then I was just like, all right, like nice slides. He got out, and
You were great.
I was like, was that like the best you ever had? And then I just rode home with Cialis pumping through my veins and got back to the house. And you ever just ride home silent, wondering what the hell just happened? With, like, there's no music at all. I'm riding with no music. My dick.
He's steering with his dick.
Yeah, my dick's doing the steering. And I'm like just complete silence. And I'm like, I have no idea what just happened.
Am I gay?
The best part about this is like, yeah, I'm like, am I gay now? Even though I've done a lot worse before that. But the funny part is I told John about it next time I came in the shop and we were talking about it. And then when I was supposed to get part of this tattoo done, John's like, I got something awesome to draw for you. And he drew a dude with a wig
At the gas station.
At the gas station. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, put it on.
Hey, Chuck, it wasn't easy, but I made a few calls, and I was able to track them down.
That's literally
Round two.